Hello viewers and welcome to the YouTube channel. This is your host Sushil Shalot, and in this new video we are going to learn something really special. We have learned about the Vlookup, Hlookup, dgate, index and match and Xlookup in our previous videos. All these functions are used for searching something, look up something and find out some text or string of text. Well, now we are going to learn something new in this video, and here in this video we are going to look up pictures, images, and that too in Excel. I'm going to cover up two ways of doing this, and in this video I will cover way number one. So let's get on to the task. And here in this database or in this Excel file, you see on the left side in the first three columns I have got a database of few fruits and their corresponding images, and here in this cell, when I choose the corresponding serial number, I get the corresponding name of the fruit as well as the picture of the fruit. So here it is. When I click 3, it turns out to be citrus with the image of citrus. If I select 5, there it is, papaya and the image of papaya. So how do I do this? Well friends, I'll be explaining you subsequently. I have taken a very generic example of fruits. One can apply this technique or this tactic of picture lookup for various applications. A few of them to name, I can say when a picture bomb is created by engineers, mechanical engineers, or let it be anyone, it can be used. Immigration officer can choose the serial number or the passport number or the visa number and check up the picture of the corresponding passenger. A commerce student can look up for the logos of the companies when he is doing audit in some way or the other. So I have mentioned a few of the examples. With this brief and introduction, let's get on to the task of how did I create this. Quite easy. Let me begin with creating the drop down list here. The drop down list, as I explained in my earlier video, is created by using data validation. So I am going here to the tab of data, choose data validation command here. In the data validation list, I'm going to choose the serial numbers from here to list out. Say enter and say OK. So now I have to drop down here, and fine. With this I'm done with the creation of the list. Now the next thing what I'm going to create is a name range here. So I have selected the cells from A2 to C7, and I'm going to name it as say data. So there it is, DATA, enter, and that is what I have created. So with this, when I select this complete cell or cells, here I see the data name appears here. So this is a easier way of creating a name range. Another way is creating it with formula, name range or name manager here. Well, I have a video on this. You can have a look at it and learn it separately. With this done, now what next I'm going to do is in this list I'm going to name these cells or the cell references corresponding to the name of the fruit in column B. So C3 I'm going to name as banana, C4 as citrus, C5 as grape, C6 as papaya. There are certain rules and requirements of name ranges which you can learn from another video where all this has been explained. Watermelon. So there it is. So I have named all of these as per their names. If I go here in the reference cell here and see the drop down, I see now apple, banana, citrus, data, grape, papaya and watermelon. All these name ranges are listed here in the ascending order of their first alphabet. Well, with these 7 databases or these name ranges that I have created, let's get on to the actual task now. Now we have already learned the command of VLOOKUP. Let us use it here. So when I say VLOOKUP, what does it require is the first argument is the lookup value. So the lookup value will be here from the cell H2. So I'm going to select H2. I'm going to log this cell with function F4. Next thing what it requires is the table array. Now already I have named the table array as data. So I'm going to use the data name as or the array name as DATA. As soon as I type D, There it is in the drop down. I see data appearing. So I choose the data here. Once done, the next thing what it requires is return value or the column index number. So in this database, it is column number 2 that is having the names of the fruits. So I'm going to use the value as 2, and after that the next thing what is required is, does it require approximate match or exact match. I'm going for the exact match, and here I'm going to type 0 for the exact match. I'm going to close parenthesis. So this is the VLOOKUP value or VLOOKUP formula or the function that I have put in. I say enter, and as I say enter, I get a return error as not available. The reason being that the cell H2 is blank, so it cannot search anything. As soon as I go over here and choose number 1 value, there it is. The cell returns the value as apple. So I am just formatting it for us to have a better view. So there it is. Now the first cell is apple. The next one, if I choose, is banana. The next one is citrus. But friends, this is not our intent. Our intent is to see or return the image of the fruit as well. So now how are we going to do that? Let's get on to that. So now, will it be possible to copy this cell and paste it here? Well, it's quite easy, but well, citrus does not correspond to apple, and if I change it to say number 2, banana 2 does not correspond to apple. So our intent is, with the change in the drop down, we should get the corresponding fruit here. So now, how do we do that? Let's get on to that. So what I'm going to do now here is, I'm going to copy this cell over here, that is apple cell. Control C. I'll go over here, and here I'm going to say right click, and from the place special option or the drop down, I'm going to choose linked picture. So there it is. As soon as I say linked picture, apple appears here as a linked picture. But well, I am not only interested in getting apple, I need to get the corresponding cells and the corresponding fruits. So how do I do that? So I'm going to do it by a way. So watch it now how I'm going to do is. So I'm going to go to cell over here and say formulas, name range. I'm going to create a new name range here called as use or say fruit. Say I'm going to make it SUSE use. And here what I'm going to do is, I'm going to say indirect. INDIRECT indirect. Open the parenthesis, go to the end and close parenthesis. Once done, I'll say OK. So now what I have done is, I have created a new name index or name manager here, and I'm going to say OK. How I'm going to use it here? Let me go over here on this cell, and here in this cell, if you see here, it is $3 $2, that is the reference it is taking from the picture, that is link picture. I'm going to change it to USE and there it is. So I'm going to double click it and say enter. As soon as I do that, there you see it has changed from apple image to the citrus image. Well, let me check if it works for all the other fruits. So if I go over here and say number 2, there it is banana, and the image of the banana appears here. Number 6, well, watermelon, and there is the image of watermelon. So friends, this is how I have explained you in this video how one can use the VLOOKUP to find out or to correspond or to return or the lookup of the image of the corresponding lookup requirements. So if I choose here to have this as hidden, and if I go over here and say watermelon or citrus, there it is. Now it is not showing anything. So for by default, the images are to be seen on the screen, and there it is. So if I go here and choose banana or apple, there it is. I get the corresponding values here. So in this way, an engineer can also opt to give the part number here, the description will come here, and the image will appear in this cell. In this way, an engineer can create a bill of material. A grocery shopkeeper can choose to create this while making the billing of the commodities those are sold, and so on and so forth. There are n number of uses of this application. Friends, I hope you must have watched this video with full concentration and must have learned how to do a picture lookup from a given database or array of cells. I hope you have liked this video. It was worthy for you and you will be able to make this learning convert into your applications. If you like this video, certainly go to the YouTube channel page and express your likes and your comments too. If you find this video is worthy, you can share it with your friends and other needy individuals. Apart from that, no doubt I need to tell you that if you are new to this channel, please do subscribe to the channel and do not forget to watch the other useful videos on this channel. I'll be soon back with the next way of doing this picture lookup. Keep watching, keep learning. Bye bye.